We don't learn when we're in a place of joy, we just experience. We only learn when we're challenged through pain, torment, confusion, upset, chaos. That's when we learn. Somebody dies, tons of learning. Somebody hurts us, tons of learning. But what happens is we turn it all in. Why me? Poor me. Oh, I'm such a victim. Dance, 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 dance. When you can see the person who's hurt you, remember they're a divine being in form, and remember that you agreed with them that they were going to hurt you. It was part of the plan. Now you go, oh yeah, okay, why would I have asked for that? This is a very painful experience. Why would I have asked for that? Was I crazy? Because I think I'm crazy. Lots of times that I ask for way too much in my life. So that's what we have to do. We see the person attacking us or hurting us, and we remember, oh yeah, they're divine beings in form too. And if they're hurting me, they did it because I asked them to. Nothing happens to you on this planet that you did not put in your sheet. There's a sheet that we arrange. There's a contract. I say it's the tick boxes. What did you tick? What did you tick to learn? Part of being in human form is trying to figure out what you ticked off to learn. So what is it I'm trying to learn? So the next time chaos enters your life, torment, upset, pain, instead of becoming the victim of it, stop. Say thank you to the person who's hurt you, and say, now God, please tell me what I'm supposed to learn, and please make the learning easy. With ease and grace I move through this event. I learn my lessons easily. Thank you. And when you're done, and you feel better about it, you go tick, tick, tick. Because you're really becoming evolved when you start to see the abuser or the attacker as a friend who you agreed to let hurt you. Strange concepts, but this is a strange experience we're in. You are really a photon of light, and the suit that you live in is a vessel. You know, we take our car in, they clean the pipes, they run some oil through it, they do different things. Well, that's what we go. We go to the doctor, they clean the pipes, they run some oil through things, because it's a vessel. And that photon of light is forever. That photon of light, you will never be lost. You will never lose your loved ones. They come with you, they travel with you. This is not the beginning and the end. This is just a way station that you decide to come to and have experiences. So the sooner you understand that I'm here to learn something, the sooner and easier it is to say yes to the experience. Now please make it easy. I want to learn what I got to learn from it, quick. So I can move through the painful part and get to the understanding part. As we move into the new time, though, these things are not going to be necessary for us. But once again, we don't want to get into defining when that's coming, what that looks like. There's all sorts of theories out there about what's going to happen. One of them is that the Earth is going to pull apart, and we're going to have two Earths. Sure, it's as viable as anything else. One of the things that people talk about a lot, and I like to tell people about because I have a deep sense of it, is the 3 days of darkness. Has anybody heard about the 3 days of darkness? Yes. If we get into defining how and what that looks like, we'll drive ourselves crazy. All I can tell you is that if it happens, if you wake up some morning and you find yourself in darkness, you are all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-connected. Sit at peace in your home and let it pass. It's no different than what happened when they put the marks on the door in the Bible and the negative energy moved right on by. What I've been told is to sit in peace with it. Do not enter into fear. We must come at everything we do on this planet from a place of love. We must come from a place of love and not react from a place of fear. Every time we enter fear, we drop our field. We're in negative vibration again. We cannot accomplish anything in that state. So even if you see yourself in fear, acknowledge it quickly. I disperse this, I release this, it's gone. I'm letting this go. And you may still be feeling it. You fake it till you make it. Say something to yourself that's reassuring. I'm a divine being, this is passing, this is just moving through. It's pretty good because I don't have a lot of fears anymore. I'm still kind of a little bit nervous in cramped spaces. I don't like cars with electric windows much. The the major project of this planet belongs to the youth. We have one young man here, and we have some younger people, but we tend to be older. The people who are coming to these events and getting to hear what I have to say tend to be older, and we are the way showers for the youth. They can't change without seeing a new model. They have to see a new model through us. We are the teachers. We are the way showers. And as people who are planting seeds, whenever you get an opportunity with a child, any age child, ask them about their lives. Encourage them to be fascinating. Encourage them that even they say something really far out there, yeah, that's cool, you can do that, that's awesome. Because what we want to do is constantly be demonstrating the best piece of ourselves. And when we make a mistake, especially as parents, admit it. Own it. It teaches them. You know, part of the reason we talk to our children all the time, why won't you just admit you did it? Well, you never admit to anything. They look at you. You are the mirror for their lives. And when you're pretending to be really strong and I'm not connected, I'm not good, you know, when you're doing that, you're embodying for them how to be when they grow up. What you want to be is vulnerable and open and honest. The words, I don't know the answer to that, is awesome. Kids can really relate to that. But when you puff up your chest and you know everything, well, for starters, they look at you and you go, you're a liar. Because they know better. Deep in their hearts, they know better. And this is all of our children. We are parents to an entire world of children. It takes a village. So any child you encounter, this is how we need to start being. Totally honest, transparent. We need to tell them the truth without scaring them and without setting them up for failure. So it's really important because the youth are the new leaders. And we expect them to take kick after kick after kick until they're about 20 years old, and then we ask them how come they're not good, respectable pieces of society. How come you're not out there being a good piece of society? Well, they never saw it. They were never treated with respect. Now, I'm not talking about the people in this room. I'm talking the world as a whole. Children are like, get out of my face, you're to be seen and not heard. You know, I mean, how old is that stuff? So it's time that we change the system from within, starting with the older people who are awake. And when children are misbehaving, it's like they just don't have a good model, so let's start modeling what we want them to see, because they are the leaders of this new world. And if we don't show them a different way, they won't find it. Many of the other worlds are very aqueous. When I've had journeys in my meditations and when I end up in different situations, they're very aqueous situations. Our true nature is like a liquid light. Water is the most close thing that we have on this planet to what our real state is. It's a very aqueous and fluid. It's very easy to move. And as we move into the new time, it's very likely that as we move into it, the density of this flesh will start to become lighter and lighter and lighter, and we will actually become more fluid with the atmosphere we're in. There's talk that when we enter the fifth dimension, we will have the choice to become luminous beings, in which case we won't necessarily need to eat or do any of the things that we do right now. But until those times come, embrace that you can. This is the joy factor. You know, if I told you, you will never have another cup of tea. This is the last one. Now, for those who like tea, you would pick up the cup and you'd smell it and you'd embrace it, you'd feel the heat, you'd lick the lip, you'd sip it. You'd really experience that cup of tea. That's what they want for us with everything we do. Be present in your experience, whether it's eating a cupcake, drinking a cup of tea, going to the bathroom. Be present with your experience. I always talk about pee prayers. Because everybody goes, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time. I'm like, sure you do. You got to pee 10 times a day. You go into a private room, you shut a door, you're alone. Pee prayers. If nothing else, you can say thank you for that toilet under your bum. You know how many people don't have a toilet? I mean, there's pretty uncomfortable ways to have to pee. The very simplest things we take for granted. To turn on your faucet and put your glass under and get a glass of water. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so blessed that I have clean running water that comes out of a faucet. I don't have to lug my hiney down to the well and lug the water back up, and in some cases go down to a dirty river. Can you imagine having to go down and put your face in a dirty river? The things that we take for granted, the rest of the world has. But we live in isolation here in some sense because we have so much. So we can't beat ourselves up for not seeing clearly how much we have. Because what happens, like in my case with my son, he looks at the little boy next door and he goes, Mommy, you got more than me. Honey, he doesn't have more than you. There's a lot of stuff over there, but he doesn't have more than you. You have a loving family, you have food, you have water, you have a comfy bed that every night you tell me is the best bed in the whole world. See how much you have? But it would be really easy to go, yeah, there you go, being unselfish again. You know, like the first thing we do is we start looking at the child that they're not in alignment with, you know, I remember one time my father taking all my toys and put them in a garbage bag, chucking them out the back door going, now you'll be grateful, won't you? Okay. But the bottom line is, we need to teach the children tenderly. Sweetheart, he doesn't have more than you. Could